amazing. Every group you see now in gospel, I'm sure other groups do it too. You got to have a bottle of water or a cup of water or a cup of something to tea or a diet drink. We used to go to those old Crock County singing benches before you had air conditioning. And everybody just sat there and sweat with you. You didn't know what getting a drink of water was, did you? Johnny used to tell a joke about a preacher that Baptist preacher went to preach a revival at a Methodist church. And he was up there, and I know at Archer's Chapel used to, a long time ago, before we had air conditioning, when I was a little boy, we'd go, and that's when you had week-long revivals, and then after. Sit there, and you just be sweating, just want to drink of water so bad, and somebody would always fix the visiting preacher a quart fruit jar full of water. And he'd pull that jar of water out and drink it, and I was just thinking, Lord, why can't I have some of that? And this preacher was preaching, this Baptist preacher would come, and he looked under the pulpit, and there was a jar of water. So he just pulled it out and drunk every bit of it, not knowing he was going to have a baptism. I know some of y'all. About 12 o'clock at night, you'll be laying in the bed and you'll get that just like that. Let's do let me ask you to be honest with me just for a minute now, okay? How many of you ever made an excuse for not going to church on Sunday morning? Okay, there's 4 of you that have, the rest of you blind. Well, we used to do a song years ago, and it talks about excuses people use. And sometimes you can use, okay. 2 old boys went fishing one Sunday morning. And they were out on the lake fishing and hadn't caught nothing all that morning. Missed church to do it. They were on their way back to the dock. One of them looked at the other and he said, you know, I guess I went to church this morning. He said, oh, I couldn't have went. My wife was at home sick. You got to listen carefully to these words. I know some of you will probably be under conviction. That's okay. Just listen. Tommy Green, you listen. Well, I had a Sunday morning and a backache Sunday night, but by work time Monday morning, why you're feeling quite all right. One of the children has a cold, you suppose, while the whole family had to stay at home. Just about that morning's home. Excuses, you hear them every day. Now the devil, he'll supply them every church